And a good day, everybody. Jean Henderson, Pierre the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition today. Perfect day to be outside. Yes, and it's a little chilly out here. But today, perfect day to have a nice stout. Yes, CBS by our friends at Founders. Bang, bang, bang. Anyway, yes, I'm doing this outside right now. I figured it would be a good day to have a stout. There it is. Perfect. 11.7 ABV is the brew by Founders Brewery, based in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Also have a brewery in Detroit, Rock City. The date on this says November of 2019. It's been a couple of months, but I'm sure the flavor will be well worth it. I think overall gets about like a 98 score in Beer Advocate. So first time having this stout right now. I've seen so many reviews and so many people rave about this, and I figured why not go ahead and try it. So first time drinking this delicious American Imperial Stout, as they call it on Beer Advocate. So here's what the beer looks like. A real nice little chocolate flavor, as you can see right here. Not too bad, as you can see. I'm doing this outside. I always say stouts, or imperial stouts in particular, are always good around the winter months, in my view. I don't think they're good during the summer months, but again, this is something that's at late in the evening that you can have, before you turn in for the night. I have not seen this in Alabama. Maybe it is. Maybe if I go to the Cottage Hill Package Store here in Mobile, or maybe a few other specialty stores that does craft beer, I'm sure I will find this. So immediately, once you smell, you get the whiff of the chocolate and the definite maple taste to this. This is the CBS Canadian Barrel Stout, not Kentucky. There is a KBS by Founders. There's a Kentucky Barrel Stout. So I did the Founders Breakfast Stout. I've done a few other beers from Founders. I've done the Breakfast Stout. I've done their All Session IPA. I've done their Centennial IPA. I've done the Dirty Bastard. Let's see. There's the Dirty Bastard. There's Scotch Ale, and then their Bourbon Barrel Scotch Ale. The Bourbon Barrel Age, I should say, Bastard. Another Scotch Wee Heavy Ale. So Scotch Ale Wee Heavy style beer. So I've done a couple of beers, of course, the Solid Gold. So they do some good stuff, folks. And distribution is pretty good. And we get a lot of their stuff here throughout the, not just here in Alabama, but pretty much most of the Southeast region, which is where I live. So, smells amazing. Here goes the taste. Oh yes. Oh yes. The maple flavor is definitely there in this right away. Bready. Chewiness to this, like a chocolatey, semi-sweet, dark flavors getting this. The maple definitely has that in this brew. Man. This is phenomenal. I paid a little bit much for this beer. It was $5.49 for the bottle, for this bottle. Yes, $5.49 for this. CBS, not the network. CBS, you got the touch. Man, this is really, really, really good. So many imports in this place. Anyway, paid as I said, paid $5.49 for the beer. That was a lot for it, but I can see why. I think a 4-pack for this goes for maybe $20 in some places, $22. Yes, it's high, but tasting this right now, I can see why it's worth that amount of money. It is just outright impeccable for a Imperial Stout. Man, it just goes down so smooth. The chocolate and that nice little raisin flavor you're getting from it, but the chocolate and a little syrupy flavor, but the maple syrup is not overpowering the chocolate, kind of balancing out pretty well. Again, I'm pretty much biased to a lot of other Imperial Stouts. As I mentioned, the ones I'm sure you've heard me talk about them: Old Rasputin, 1050 by Oscar Blues. Old Rasputin is also made, I don't know, I think they're based in California. What's the name of that brewery? Name escapes me right now, but also Lagunitas Imperial Stout, which I'm kind of disappointed is not sold here. I know it's still made, but it's not sold here. What other beer? Other Imperial Stout I've had. Those ones that come to mind. And also the Abita Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. That's also quite good. And one I did last week. Yeah, I bought this last week. I was in New Orleans with my good buddies, Ronald Terrio, Dave Gallopin, Ronald J. Terrio, of course, Louisiana Beer Reviews, and I bought this, and I said, you know, this is, I had to have it. I had to buy it. You know, it's just, hey, you know, I've seen it all the way around. I never had it. You know, I've seen it, and I said, okay. $5.49, the price shock was a little bit high for me, but I said, oh, well, I'll get it. So, and I did. And I'm kind of glad I did. So, I got a little bit more left, and I'm going to pour just, that's about it. I'm going to pour the rest. I'm going to save for later this evening. Yeah. This is just phenomenal. Really good. The bottle doesn't have the horse, the gentleman, the Mountie on it, the Canadian Barrel Stout, but it's, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I don't know why they did that style, I don't know, but I wish we can get more of this, maybe in a bigger bottle, I'm sure. I'm sure probably the 22 ounce or 18 ounce. I don't know if they have it in that size. I'm probably sure they do. So this is the Barrel Age series their founders puts out. You know, they have a few others, as I mentioned, the KBS and a couple of other beers. Look on the website. So I'm going straight up 97 on this one. This is a good score. This is 9.7. 97 score, whatever you want to call it. This is A+ all the way for the CBS Stout by Founders. If you get it, try it. You will love it, folks. John Henderson here, the Beverage Ramble. Yes, I'm going to save the rest for me for later because I need to. John Henderson here, the Beverage Ramble. To keep on watching. As always, cheers, live, laugh, and love. CBS. You got the touch on the stout, I say.